If you're a fan of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh at all, you were probably watching the live stream for the North American Championship this past weekend. And if you're like me, you especially pay attention when high-level players are playing the same or similar decks that you play. So keeping that in mind, I saw a couple clips of the Dragon Link players that I think we can really learn something from them. Not saying that they did their plays poorly because, it was a lot of pressure to be playing at such a high level, especially on feature matches. But let's roll the first clip.
Wyvern burst into your hand, and you're going to be able to add a rocket from the Absa router.
Absa router effect? Change
Ooh.
Huge draw in Lockbird.
Ooh. Shane Gamma.
Met by some cheers from the crowd. Now, this is something that Dragon Link, my favorite part of Dragon Link, I talk about it nonstop, is if you have Cypher Gear Gamma, you're able to use it on your own turn. That's a level 8 synchro. Chaos Ruler is already online here for Michael.
Oh, that's so good.
I would just let him. I'd rather him add the card from the Absa router than have to let the Gamma and the driver on the field.
Man, I need.
Oh, goes in match. Elijah telling he has another
light
card.
monsters.
So now it's a backfire on the Gamma because he's able to commit the light on the field.
Only light monsters.
I don't know which way this game's going to go.
Sorry, which one did he get off Chaos Space? Was it Wyvern Burst
It's
or
Wyvern,
Collapse?
it's Wyvern Burst.
Wyvern Burster.
Yes.
Oh, so he's going to...
No.
So it's clear that one of the weaknesses of Venture Dragon Link is floodgates. Especially seeing how something as simple as a Gozen match, if he didn't have the quick launch, would have stopped his entire turn. But there is something he could have done differently if he didn't have the quick launch. What you need to realize is, in the event where the opponent had a Gozen match set, does Drone Lockbird after Chaos Space, you go, Gamma. Okay. Since he just has the Blue Slug on field, which is pretty weak, you can summon the driver in attack mode. And especially because they're close to time, you can swing over. So keep in mind, if you're using Cypher Gear Gamma, you can summon the driver in attack mode. So that really comes up if you're playing, if it's battle phase, and you activate Gamma, whether it be yours or your opponent's turn. They have weak monsters that are ready to poke you. You just put down the driver, and then they're not going to touch your life points anymore. Now, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, if that both these clips I'm showing you have Elijah Green and his Marine Test deck flipping Gozen match, but we're going to learn something as well on how you can avoid the mistakes that happened in the top 8 with the Adventure Dragon Link player.
Effect.
Hunter couldn't help but squeal with excitement. I think that's the first time.
That's
I'm liking it.
absolutely brutal.
You can't help but get a little excited though, right?
Fucking rivalry caught me, right? Rivalry caught me, please. Activate any response. Chain Griffin Rider.
Yeah, so chaining in here is because he drew it. This is really smart because he can get the Griffin Rider down and then use it to protect the token from Token Collector.
I'm with it. Yeah.
So I think what we can learn from the second clip there is that I think chaining Griffin Rider right to Armistier is not the right play, like 99% of the time. And if you can think of a scenario where it is the correct play, let me know in the comments and prove me wrong. Because let's play it out. I'd say there's 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, your opponent has Token Collector. Scenario 2, your opponent has a Floodgate. So, let's go scenario 1 first. You activate Right of Armistier. Your opponent has no response. You summon your token. You get Fateful Avenger. Your opponent declares Token Collector in response. You say, okay, chain Griffin Rider. Chain resolves. You summon Griffin Rider. They summon their Token Collector. They go Token Collector effect because it's mandatory. So Token Collector Chainlink 1. You would then go Wandering Griffin Rider, Chainlink 2, and then you go Fateful Avenger, Chainlink 3. So, chain resolves. You get Draco back. Griffin Rider returns the deck. And the Token Collector is destroyed. So now, if they do still have set 2, you have Draco back to out the Floodgate. And even if they were able to deal with that, you can use Fateful Adventure to send a Water Enchantress to the graveyard, which, yes, now they have Token Collector and Graveyard, but it's easier to play around because then they cleared your monsters, and they're not going to activate Goes and Match, especially when you're playing a deck like Marine Cess. Having an Earth monster will just stop their plays completely. The second scenario is where they don't have Token Collector, which in this case, they did not. So they have two sets, in this case, one of them being the Goes and Match. So you activate Rite of Armistier. You don't chain Griffin Rider, you let it resolve. And you get your Fateful Adventure. Now, in open game state, you activate Griffin Rider. They chain Goes and Match, you go, okay. My Griffin Rider will not summon then. And that's fine. You can use Fateful Adventure after to add and discard a Water Enchantress. Banish it, add the right back, and now you're applying pressure to your opponent saying, okay, if you summon, I'm searching Draco back, and I have a way to token next turn. So that Goes and Match is going away, and I'm going to play the game. So yeah. In that case, and you also have the Griffin still once you get the Goes and Match off the board. So that's why I think chaining Griffin doesn't work, because both these cases, you are in a better position by not chaining the Griffin Rider to the Rite of Armistier.